Welcome to Love and Murder. I'm your host, Char. I'll be joined by host Ky. My favorite TV commercial slogan in the 90s was, "Clear eyes gets the red out." I used to think the announcer was so mundane, it would make me laugh every time. Today's episode, Eyes Wide Shut. Just when you thought you knew your sweet, loving wife, she stabs you in the back with a knife. To solve this itchy riddle, stay with us, right here on Love and Murder.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Love and Murder. I feel like we need to have what do you call it? Like thunder and lightning sound behind me saying love and murder. Love and murder.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah.
I think
Some
that'll be
thunder.
way too cheesy
A
though.
little over the top.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome to a new episode of Love and Murder. We're so happy to be here and so happy that y'all are joining us, especially since we had like a 2-year hiatus because Char got stuck in the Northeast. But anyways,
Yeah.
I digress before I before I start getting into that. I am your host Ky, along with my co-host Char. And
Hey.
I just want to tell for the newbies what our show is about. So our show, Love and Murder, it deals with relationships gone terribly wrong.
Terribly wrong. Horribly wrong.
And when we say wrong, we mean deadly
Dead
wrong.
wrong.
So this is a true crime podcast dealing with relationship crime, murder, and all stuff, just true crime and relationship. I just want to get the house clean and out of the way. So I want you to go ahead and check us out. Check out our podcast on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're there. Follow us on social media. The links will be in the bio, and we'll also give you the links at the end of the show. I don't want to take up too much time giving the links at the beginning of the show. If you do want our bonus episodes, which our bonus episodes are like the craziest true crime stories.
So
it doesn't
crazy.
it doesn't necessarily deal with relationships, but it's like just the craziest true crime stories. And I don't know if y'all can hear the trash truck for some reason is coming
Actually, I
now. It's
thought
in
you
the
were eating
background.
French fries. I heard something. I'm like, is she eating French fries?
Oh my
Everyone
god.
kind of loves
No,
French
that's the
fries.
freaking trash truck. No, I don't. That's my daughter who loves French fries.
Oh, okay. I just thought you chomping on French fries. Like, okay, we can hear you eating the crunchy fries. So it's a truck. Okay.
Yes. So anyways, if you want bonus episodes of the craziest true crime stories, we do relationship questions or just like little fun relationship things on our bonus episodes. Or we're also talking about Char's crazy life stories. And look, I know you're just like, who's Char? Why do we care about her life stories? Look, I'm
Of
telling
course
y'all,
you do.
y'all want to tune in. Y'all want to tune into these stories. You're just like, is this a real person or is she making these things up? These are the craziest stories that you could ever hear from a person. It's just like, wow, how did you just live this life? So, anyways, if you want to
Yeah,
hear
and
that, then visit.
I mean, who's
Go
Shar?
ahead.
Hello, let's go back to that. Let's just segue back. Who's Shar? I mean, of course, I'm super famous. Okay, go ahead, Kai. You can pick it up from there. You can take it from there.
Do y'all see what I
That was
deal
my
with?
intro.
Good
That was
Lord.
my intro. I had to make a grand entrance.
We used to have another podcast, a very successful podcast that we ended after 5 seasons, and she had her own intro. So whenever she came on, we would play "I'm Too Sexy for My
For
Shirt."
my
That was
too sexy for my.
that was Char's intro. Good Lord.
And I loved
So
it. I loved it. Thank
anyways,
you very much.
if you want to listen to these crazy episodes, then visit us on patreon.com/love and murder. Right now, we actually have out our first free bonus episode, so you can get a taste of what's coming. And in the coming weeks, we're going to have a couple more free episodes. So you can just get a taste of what you'll be getting if you sign up to our Patreon. If you become a subscriber of $3 and above, then you'll definitely be privy to these bonus episodes. And if you've listened to our show before and you do like it, then please go to Apple Podcasts, hit the purple button, and give us 5 stars. Say whatever you want in the description. It just basically helps bring us up in the charts, and that'll help us so much. And we would say thank you so much for helping us. So now that the housekeeping is out of the way, let's get into this crazy episodes. Are you ready, Char?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what we're going to talk about today. Let's go
Oh
for
my
it.
gosh. Oh my God. Wait till you hear about tonight. All right. So, I have to get myself
Deep
together.
breaths, everyone.
All right.
It's that
So,
dramatic.
Lana Clayton was born in Clover, South Carolina in 1968 and grew up to work as a medical caretaker for the U.S. branch of the Veterans Affairs in North Carolina. That is a lot of words to say.
Yeah, it was. You did pretty well. Pretty good.
Thank you, Shark. Thank you.
Tongue twisters.
Everyone basically describes her as a very sweet person, which you kind of got to be sweet if you're in the medical profession. You have to have bedside manners. You got to care about your patients. You can't be an asshole if you're in the medical profession. So everyone describes her as a sweet person, someone who loves helping people and basically embodies the personality of a caretaker, somebody you'd think about as your nurse. I mean, you don't want me to be your nurse. I'm basically an asshole.
Oh no.
So,
Oh
what are you trying to say, Shar?
Huge mistake. You don't. You're like, nurse, I'm thirsty. It's just I'm dehydrated. It's like, help, please bring me some water. You'll be all right. Just dehydrated.
You'll be fine.
You'll
You're
be
good.
fine.
You're good. So on the other hand, Steve D. Clayton had a difficult childhood. He worked his way through school as a development worker and a plasterer. Do you know what a plasterer is? I guess
That's
somebody who plasters
tricky.
puts
Who
the plaster on.
plaster puts the plaster on the plaster. I don't even know if that's an
That
official word, but it's someone's job though. That we can agree on.
yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, he got his bachelor's in science from Florida State University as a certified accountant, and in working his way through life, everybody says he was a very charitable man. Um, so he was an accountant by trade from his degree that he got from Florida State University, or FSU, if I may, which I know people from FSU are very, very proud. I think some of my cousins went
Absolutely.
there.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was an accountant by trade, but in the 1980s, he started and built a highly successful physical therapy business, mainly dealing with sports injuries. So that actually led him to becoming a millionaire, and he was able to retire at 40.
Wow.
Shit, I wish.
Impressive. Right.
Yeah, right? So, so Steven and Lana actually met each other online in 2010. Hmm. That means they were like older
Well,
and they
that's
met
more
each other online.
recent. No, wait. I don't understand because when you said for some reason I'm thinking it would bring it to a more of a recent time. But what was your consideration? You were saying that you think they're older. She's 53. Or well, excuse me, he's 53. Because you said he was born in 68, correct?
Well, I said she was born in 68. I didn't give his birth date, but
Oh, okay.
still,
So she's
my thing
53,
is
but
they met online in 2010, and I was saying that they were older, and I know people are going to jump on me for this. I am not looking forward to the backlash for this, but
uh-oh.
I just think it's weird old people meeting online.
It's not weird. Just like they're on
That
Facebook these
is weird.
days.
Why are you meeting online? You're old.
Because life is hard and it's not what it used to be. You don't just meet your guy squeezing watermelons at the grocery store anymore, or the butcher. The butcher has his
Wait,
eye on
wait,
you and gives you
wait,
free meat. I mean, this is not the same
wait.
time period. This is not the 40s.
I have a question. Who squeezes watermelons at the grocery store?
You don't squeeze your fruit.
Watermelons?
Oh, okay, tomatoes. you, you might knock on a
Good
watermelon
Lord.
to see. You might knock on a watermelon to see if it's hollow and maybe it's ripe enough. The point is that back in the day, you can meet people anywhere and everywhere, but nowadays, because it's less safe, to just talk to anyone and everyone. And it's like, yeah, of course, meeting online, there's a pretty high success rate. of couples who meet online of all ages, Kai. Success as in marriage, love and marriage and children, family, everything.
Well,
So
I'm
you act
more
like they're
think because
60
you're
though.
saying,
She's only 53. So you act like they're
well, you're
60.
only saying that because you're in your 50s. And to me,
No,
that's
no,
old.
no. If I wasn't, but no, because see, 50 is the new 40. So it's 60. I don't know what that is. But literally, I would be saying the same thing because it's not the same time that like when our parents grew up, if you were 40, you were totally over the hill. Nowadays, 40 is a new 30, 50's like a person that's 40. People live younger. I mean, longer. They look younger. So it's a whole different time. Just embrace the time, Kai. Just embrace it. Okay.
Whatever. 50 is not the new 40. 50 is the
It
same
is, I
old 50.
promise you. No, it's not. 40 is the new
No,
30.
no.
30,
Stop trying to
30 is
hold
the
on
new
to your youth.
20. No, I don't really care because I still have my youth in my mind anyway, so it doesn't make any difference to me in that way. Now, talk to me when I'm 60 or 65.
Well, okay. So they met online in 2010 and they dated for 3 years and they got married in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, Lana had been married once before, so this was actually her second marriage. Steven's family has said that he's been married so many times that they basically lost count.
Oh my
They
gosh.
think, yeah, right?
That's just so weird. There's got to be a name for that. Like upset when you're obsessed with just being
A
married.
serial, I don't
Matrimonious?
know what it would be called.
Matrimonious? Since we're making up words on this episode, okay, serial matrimonious.
Serial
Yeah.
marrier. Yeah, I think yours is better, huh?
Matrimonious,
But
yes. If you can say it without
yeah,
a
I
tongue
mean, yeah,
twister.
serial matrimony. Wait, what?
Matrimonious. Matrimonious. See, now it's my turn to get the words right. Oh my gosh.
So
So listen,
they're
he's a
saying he's
male
been,
Elizabeth Taylor, basically, in male form.
yeah, basically. How
There
how
you
many
go.
times
Got
was
it.
she married?
I want to say, was it like 7 or 8? I don't know. That's a good question. A lot. She's married a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think with her is she didn't really believe in like just dating, which I could dig it. So
Hmm.
she married the people she was with and then got a divorce if it didn't work out. So I think
Okay.
that
Do
was
you
her
know? Do
thing.
you know how many people do exactly that? It still chalks up to the same thing. You're afraid of commitment, in my opinion. I think that's what it is, and it's not always your fault. So please don't think I'm saying that, everyone listening. But it still has. I'm sure there's some underlying commitment issues for people that just have to be married again and again and again and again. Besides what Kai
I
is saying, yes, I agree that's one angle, but I still think it's a commitment thing. It's like I don't
I
want to
don't think
stay in
so.
this. I like somebody else. I'm just gonna
I
get
mean,
with
what's
that
the
person.
difference between having a boyfriend and breaking up and you have 5 boyfriends and then you finally get married? Why wouldn't that be a commitment
But when
issue?
you get married, it is a commitment. When you have a boyfriend, you don't necessarily have to be committed to each other in any manner. You don't have to. It just, I mean, there's the boundaries are different when you're married. There are boundaries when you're married, and it's legal. That's totally different. Then you know it's forever. You know it's a commitment. People say they're committed when they're not married, but please, they're cheating all over the place. They're not taking things seriously. They're just feeling like, well, you're not my husband, and then a husband's like, you're not my wife. So it's a different
No,
mindset.
because people cheat while they're married, and when
I
you're a
know,
boyfriend
but
girlfriend, there should be some level of commitment in there. The
mhm.
only difference is when you're married now, you just have the paperwork and the government behind you, and it's harder to break up. That's it.
Oh, I've only been married once, so hey. I mean, I figured in my lifetime, I'll probably be married twice. So the average person, I don't know, is married how many times? Maybe three,
Nowadays, back in the day, used to be once. Nowadays,
like three or
that'd be a
something,
good
because
question.
one out of two marriages ends in divorce. So 50%, half of the people that are married are going to get divorced. So there's an easy scenario numbers wise that they're going to get married again. Get it? I mean, if you look around, it's like, okay, it's 50-50. So if you look at it that way, it's kind of like that's just the way the world is going to be. They'll be married over and over again until they get it right. But do you believe that one out of two, 50% of all marriages ends in divorce? Do you really believe that? They've been saying
I
that statistic
don't.
for years.
It's actually over 50% now.
Well, it is over,
Can't
but
remember what it
what
is.
would you call that? Like If it's not 1 out of 2, then it's what? Almost 2 out of 2.